Because I have a lot of women who are friends of mine. I have women who are family members. I have women that I don't know, but they're clients. Some of them may be clients. There are women that I don't know. This overreaching by the state, by the Virginia government, or by any government, has got to stop. This is not American. This is not democracy. It's fascism. And I'm here to say, add my voice to those who say this must stop, and we're going to stand to make it stop. Because it is time that we as Americans all stood up against any kind of activity by government to reach into our lives and tell us what we can do and when and how.
What are the state police doing right now?
The state police, which don't even need to be here, are standing up here and riot here. Approaching a bunch of people who have no weapons, who have shown nothing but peaceable intent, who are simply exercising their First Amendment rights for peaceful assembly. And they are here simply standing here to show force, to act as a threat and to intimidate, which is an operation that a fascist state indulges in.
So this is a peaceful protest, correct?
It is a peaceful protest.
So what are you?
It's peaceful, and no one has any intent. No one has any weapons. No one has any intent to assault anyone. We're simply stating our rights and standing up for them because the Virginia government will not. So we have to.
What are your personal thoughts on what's going on right now?
My personal thoughts are that there's a lot of courage I see here. There's a lot of conviction. And there's a lot of spirit of people who are simply tired of having their rights usurped, and they're standing up to say something about it and doing something and taking action instead of trusting elected officials or others in authority to do so. So what we're seeing right now is democracy the way it should be. Democracy in action. People standing up and speaking for what is right. And the right thing to do is to have women make their own choices with their own bodies. It is not my right, it is not the state's right, it is no one's right to tell anyone else how they should exercise their rights and how they should live as people.
What happened when he got arrested?
We're a doctor at a nurse, by the way, in case you're interested.
So he said we should look up the knife and leave.
These are their jobs. They're being told to do something that's not even in a job. Shouldn't have to do this.
On the grounds, on the steps of Thomas Jefferson's Capitol, this is an abomination.
What is going on right now?
Students are being arrested for standing at the steps of Thomas Jefferson's Capitol in Richmond, Virginia. Thomas Jefferson is weeping right now. He is weeping that we are doing this on the steps of the Capitol of the shrine of democracy. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. First Amendments are killed today. First Amendments are being destroyed today. We should all be ashamed. We have given up our rights to tell other countries how to have a democracy when we behave like this in front of Thomas Jefferson's home.
So why are state police standing right behind you?
Because they are forcing us to leave. They are arresting students that are exercising their First Amendment rights on the steps of Thomas Jefferson's Capitol in Richmond, the shrine of democracy that he built.
So what brings you here today?
What brings me here today is I'm here to stand up for women's rights. I'm tired of the conservative jihad that is being assembled in this country. I am, as a medical professional, both myself and the doctor here, I'm a nurse, he's a doctor. We are absolutely in protest of the government getting involved with mandating medical practice, with legislating laws that they don't even understand the biology behind.
There's no evidence for it.
There's no evidence. It's medically unfound. It's medical malpractice.
It's psychologically unnecessary.
Psychologically unnecessary. Personhood is an absolutely ridiculous law that doesn't make any sense. It's not based on any biology. All of the men that voted for that bill and voted for the ultrasound bill, I remember back to middle school health class, I think they probably should have kept the men and women together, because clearly the lack of understanding of women's health is a lot of what's propelling this. And the medical community is astounded and absolutely dumbfounded by the medical stupidity of the laws that are being created. And here we are today, standing up for the medical community, standing up for women, standing up for people, and we are being pushed off the steps of Thomas Jefferson University, the shrine of democracy, as we exercise our First Amendment rights.
It's also a misuse of law enforcement. The law enforcement professionals only have their authority because it's vested in them by the public. I think it's time that we withdraw that legitimacy from them because they are clearly not acting in the interests of the public, especially not of women or the most vulnerable in our society.
And I will tell you, as I look into the faces of these officers behind me, they're trying to keep their game face. They don't want to be doing this. That's the real problem here today. These officers are as much a victim of this abridgment of First Amendment as we are, because they are standing here attempting to do their jobs that they don't even really want to do. I can see it in their eyes.
If these officers don't want to do their jobs, they can take off their helmets and take off their shields and all the armor that they're wearing, and they can join us right now.
Patrick's right. Patrick's absolutely right. They do not have to comply with these unjust orders, these unsound and unhuman policies. They have a choice. They're choosing to be tools of oppression right now. They are not being professional right now. I ask all those standing in all of this gear
Stand down.
to stand down and uphold the honor with which their profession has been seen and entrusted.
But, you know.
Hi, my name is Vivek Jain, spelled V-I-V-E-K, last name J-A-I-N. I graduated from the Medical College of Virginia, so I'm a physician. And I'm here because I believe in human rights and human needs, human dignity, human flourishing, and human security. And I'm very upset with the kind of legislation that's being considered and drafted at the Virginia General Assembly, because it is anti-human, it's anti-woman, and it doesn't address the needs of the state of Virginia or the people of Virginia.